What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode here at Travel Chat. Today, it's a day of updates, man. We finished EJS, came back home, did a couple things, and then it's time to give you an update on the Gladiator, give you an update on the Bug, show you the new Bronco if you haven't seen it already. Well, at least the way it looks now compared to how it was before. Give you guys an update on the portals and that situation, and just give you a walk around what the Bronco looks like now, some of the updates there, some of the updates on the Bug, and then just give you the big bummer on what's going on with the Jeep. But we'll start with the Bug first. So the Bug has been here at home now. We used to have it at Austin's house, and his pops was putting in our new motor. So our new motor went in. We did miss the race because we didn't have the engine completely ready and dialed in, and it's about 90% done and ready. It needs to be fine-tuned with the carburetor, but she does start really easily now. She runs under home power. Fuel cell is all dialed in. We still need to put the filler and things of that nature, but we did do ND fit. We did do all the nice fittings all across the board. The oil cooler is in, wired. Pumper is in and wired. Seats are back in. Steering wheel is in. New clutch, new flywheel. All of that is set. Obviously, if you guys saw the first video, you guys know it's already on rad flows. It is spec'd out for a class 11. So that's all completed and done. She is dirty. I am going to be washing her today just to make sure she's clean, and then we're going to, cover her up, and then we plan on taking her out to the desert here in the next few days, and then we'll show you her ripping around once we get her out there. We just got to dial her in, but I did want to turn her on for you guys so you guys can hear her. We go there, fuel pump, and then you guys can hear it start. So she starts under her own power. Sounds really good. We still got to mess with the oil. We still got to mess with the fuel pump. We still got to mess with the fuel pump. It's just hanging because we were testing it, but it sounds good. So yeah, man, just I'm really happy with the progress. Still got a few more things that we got to do, but the Bug is almost there, man, and we're excited to take this thing out. It's been a process to get her completely ready to go. A learning process for all of us, between the cage, the motor, learning carburetors, and doing this whole thing. It's been a mission, but we're getting there, and I'm super pumped to almost get it there and get her finished up. So between everything that's been done, some of the stuff, if you saw the first episode, you guys already know. We have Vision X as a sponsor. They do our lighting. We are going to put a light bar in the back. We don't know where that one's at. We got to find it, but we do have one. Obviously, PRP is supporting us with the seats and the steering wheel, the Jazz Performance, fuel cell, rad flow with the shocks, and yeah, Mr. Ronnie hooked us up with the motor, and we're gonna beat it up and see how it does, man. We also linked up with Rugged. They hooked us up with the comms, with the pumper, and all of that. So with that being said, that's the update on the Bug. It is on ET4s. This is a class 11 size. These are a little bit thicker than the ones I've seen. So if we have to modify them or shave them down, I think they've seen that. I've seen them do that too. We will be doing that. But there she is, man. There's the class 11 Bug. There's nothing else much with that we've done other than get her running right, get everything wired in, and kind of move her around quite a bit. But we still have to throw some paint on the inside. As you guys can see, the inside's still kind of very bare metal, very raw. And it's really just because we were trying to rush it when we were going to King of the Hammers and all of that. So all the wiring needs to be tucked in. Everything needs to be sprayed just so we don't get any more rust on it, which is not really bad, but it'd be nice just to cover it all in paint. We're probably going to use alloy armor to kind of just spray everything. We'll take the seats out, steering wheel, cover everything, just spray a nice quick paint job on it. It doesn't have to be super pretty or anything like that. We do have the spare on here. There is a latch down there that you have to open up so you guys can see that, but it's kind of hard to get it, so I'm not going to go do that today. There she is in all her glory. That's the class 11 Bug. Now, if you guys have not seen the Bronco, here she is, man. So the Bronco did get wrapped. For you guys that have watched the channel, you guys know it's on portals. So I'll give you a quick brief walk around. You can see she's already dirty. We picked her up on Saturday and then literally went right to a trail. She was really clean. And then, again, we went out, got her dirty. We just went to Lido Creek. It was really hot on Saturday. We were going to go to Cougar Buttes and do a little bit more wheeling on the rocks, but it got really toasty. So we decided to switch it out and do something cooler. Raw Innovative Solutions is the one that wrapped it. They're up in Victorville. So if you guys want to check them out, you can check them out on Instagram and then contact them for any of your wrap needs. They did a killer job on mine. The wrap itself, obviously, it's inspired by a couple things. Obviously, it's the colors of the channel. It also looks like the Strauss. And then this is the Ford Performance kind of graphics that they did on the DR. and some of the Ford Bronco groups, but swapped it up, changed it up a little bit, changed a couple of the things just so it wouldn't be exactly the same, threw our colors on it, and completed the wrap. There's still a couple things I have to do, like I'm going to spray all of this black so that way it fits the color and gets that done. And then I do have to get the fender liners for the front. They are pricey, so I haven't ordered those yet. I wanted to get everything else done before I did them, but that way all of this is not exposed anymore, and then that gets cleaned up. And then I probably have to get another lip. This lip was already kind of damaged. I had them just kind of take care of it because an actual front valance, I think it's called a valance from Ford, is like $400. So that little piece right there, if you want the original one, that's the price that I found. I haven't really like searched around for it. The first place I looked, it was $400, and I was like, nah, it's not broken. It's just the clips are kind of bent up. So we do need a new one. But yeah, there's the Bronco in all its glory. And like I said, we are going to do a couple things today to change it up a little bit more. We have a tire delete from Turn Offroad that we're going to be swapping out because I've had this one here for quite a bit now. I haven't ran a spare for a while. Just you know, it's just preference. I did bend my tailgate when I went to 38.7s, I think, and after that I decided as long as my tires are pretty decent, I carry a tire patch kit. Usually I have other Broncos around me, but I've been very lucky. Falcons have been really good to me, and I haven't had any issues with that. So yeah, we're gonna swap that out. We have the delete right here. You can check it out on the website, and then I'll give you guys a brief walk around once I wash her, install that piece, and show you some of the stuff, and then show you how it looks after that, man. Because this one, again, something that we threw together real quick. It's not even like dialed in correctly, so we're gonna go ahead and take that off and put the new one in. Other than that, if you guys haven't seen the Bronco, it does have a Talon full setup. Basically has the hyper light in the back, has their sliders on the sides, and then the front I just have a Raptor front bumper with skid plates just to kind of offset the color. We got a killer deal, so we ended up swapping it out. Shout out to Baja Forge, Miss Teresa over there, got me a great deal on it, and we swapped her out. Again, it is on Werewolf portals, Radflow coilovers, Falcon tires, and then we do have the triangulated Ford link from a rock crawler in the rear that, you know, we've been raving about quite a bit. But I'm gonna wash her up, and then I'll give you guys my portal update and everything about the portals and what's happened to the other Bronco, this Bronco, where we're at, and if I still feel like we're still there, you know what I mean? So give me a few minutes. The first thing we're gonna do is install the rear delete, and then yeah, we're gonna use some of these new products from Suma Performance. So they sent us they actually just sent me the mirrors, but they do carry car wash stuff. And you know, because I knew the wrap was coming, I was like, hey, I'm gonna need something to wash the truck, so keep her nice every once in a while. So they sent me a detailer. They sent me some ceramic spray, which I'm gonna be doing today. I've never done that to any of my cars because they're usually pretty beat up, but because this one doesn't have all the scratches yet, it's pretty nice. And then the foam car shampooer, so we're gonna be throwing that in the little Ryobi and wash the truck, make her look nice again, and we'll show you what it looks like. I normally don't really care too much about this detailing stuff. I usually just wash the cars with whatever I can find relatively cheap, or I take it to a car wash drive-in and use coin wash kind of thing. But I'm gonna start kind of paying attention to it a little bit better, because it is nice to have the paint look good, and even now with the wrap, it is nice to get some protection and make sure it doesn't go to shit right away. So I'm gonna be using the Suma stuff, and I'll give you guys a brief review on what I think about it. This is super concentrate. It actually gives you the percentage of mixture. It's like 80% water. So this one's actually super concentrated, so it's 1/100 to 200s shampoo to water ratio. So you use a little bit of that in your foam gun, and I do have a foam gun, so that's gonna be cool to use. And then we're gonna do that, and then they also sent the mirrors that they're known for. I guess these mirrors are supposed to help you quite a bit with your blind spots, and since I have the big fenders, it should help. So the Ford ones are pretty good though, because they do give you the little corner mirror, if you guys didn't know. The Jeep doesn't come with those, and this one does, so it's kind of nice. So if they don't work well, I will swap them back out, but they did send them out, and I said, hey, I want to try it, you know, see if they work out. Plus it's nice to get some car wash stuff and work that in, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about the Bronco. Alrighty team, so I wanted to show you what it looked like out of the box. This is the piece right here. It's a pretty simple install. We have 6 bolts, I believe. Oh, it's actually 8. 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and then the camera. If you do have the factory one, you have to do a little bit more work, because the factory one has a camera attached to the back of your wheel carrier, so you'll have to remove it. A couple more steps with myself, since I already have a delete. It's gonna be really easy to swap the delete out. This one has their logo. It's really nice cut out, and it just makes it a little cleaner. Plus the camera is set up a little bit better. They also do send you a wiring harness for the light, and they do give you some foam so that way you protect your paint, and in our case it's the wrap. But all the hardware, it's a pretty simple install, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. But all this stuff's made in the US. They're here local to us. They're in Riverside, so if you're looking for parts that you want quick to, you can reach out to them and pick them up same day, really, if you really needed to. They're awesome guys over there, Cole and all their team out there. Definitely help us out every time we've reached out. So just want to give them some love, you know. Again, sliders, I haven't beat up the sliders just yet to give you guys a real review on them, but he told me that I can bang these up on rocks and should be okay. They are pinch weld and mounted to the body. They're not frame mounted, so I think the only ones that I've seen that are frame mounted are the white knuckle ones, which are excellent. But these should be just as good because they do have an extra support in the center and it goes to the body. So we're gonna beat those up when we go to Rubicon and Fordyce and give you guys a full breakdown on them. And obviously the hyper light, I just wanted a hyper light. This one is a lot thinner and lighter only because I already have so much clearance. I don't ever think I would be smacking into the back of this thing. So with that being said, I went with this bumper. And then the front, again, it's just the stock modular from a Raptor. And it's basically the same as a regular modular. The only thing is the front is silver or gray instead of the black. But other than that, we're gonna install that rear and get to it, man. Alrighty, squad, just wanted to show you what it looked like all wired up, just in case you are going to be doing this yourself. These 3 wires right here go to your brake light, then obviously your plug. Mine was different though from their instructions. They had a different pin that looked like this. I didn't have this 3rd pin. I think that might be some of the newer models. Mine had the simple plug and play, so I'm going to knock that out. And then I'm also going to be wiring the license plate light. I'll be wiring that also. But once you have it all set and done, that's the way it looks. A couple lights at the bottom as your brake lights, and then that top one. And your camera fitment is great to give you a few different mounts. So I'm assuming there is a few different cameras. And then yeah, you knock that out. So I'm gonna clean this down, put it in there. I did run my wires through the vents right here, and then they also do give you a nice cap for this, so it'll be a lot cleaner looking. No more wires showing or anything like that. No more tall brake light. Everything's gonna be integrated into that piece right there. So shout out to Turn Offroad, man. Again, it's all US made, which is really cool, and it's here local, so support them. They support us. There will be a link below where you guys can save some money, get yourself one, and go from there. I even have their flag mount holder and light whip if you want to grab one of those too, because you do need them if you head out to San Hollow, and that's a perfect location for it. Alrighty, squad, it's all set up now. You can see a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and it's really cool because it uses these 3 integrated lights as brake lights. It gets rid of the big 3rd plastic brake light right here that I had. I know most kits do come with some sort of relocation for that light, but this one's just integrated right here. And these are super bright too, which is really nice. But it's nice, clean. You put your plate on it and it's a wrap. And again, it does give you the little plug. I did want to show you my air up, air down. I use Tire Flate. Tire Flate has a really good deals. They usually have better pricing than almost anybody else. And Mr. Steven over there is a really solid dude. So we linked up a while back, and ever since then I've been using his stuff. So it's a dual compressor up there, all wired all the way down to the engine bay, and then it has a couple switches back here. So there's an extra light right there, just, you know, just in case I'm camping, need to reach some stuff. I did wire that up. Other than that, it's really clean. I do have a PRP bag up here. I just carry like extra stuff or whatnot, and it just hooks to the top of the felt that's already part of the cover. I've had it on here, and I don't load it up with super heavy stuff, and it hasn't pulled it or anything, so it's been pretty nice. And then again, the air compressor's at the bottom, and then I just plug it up. The chuck is right here. I do have quad hoses. I just plug it in right here, wire it to all 4 hoses. There is faster solutions. You can plumb it all, get a little bit better with it. But usually I'm setting up cameras, talking to people, and I'm never in a hurry. I just plug it in and forget it. So that's what I do. But that's the back. I do have everything pre-wired for my trail racks also. So all 4 plugs for the lights are right there. And then I did make a hole through my top that goes into that little nipple right there. And those are really nice. You just take it off. It has a bolt. It's all waterproof and sealed, but everything's pre-wired all the way across to my switch panel, so that way you don't have to worry about it. This thing right here, I don't even know what brand this is, but it was a Jeep JL, and then I just kind of honestly just bolted it. I had it laying around. It was something I think I won somewhere. It did have a cutting board, but I took it off because I didn't really use it. But I do use this table quite a bit, you know, just to set drones, cameras, you know, if I'm making food or drinks or whatever, it's a good place to do it. But this is done, it's set, so that's all set up. I did have the hood open because I was checking fuses and stuff. I had the back one was blown, but it was just that plug right there. It was disconnected, so I plugged that back in, and we were good. I do have a K&N filter. This is one of their first ones that came out, and I also have their cold pipe right there. This one did get pretty beat up with some heat. I ended up putting some duct tape right here because it ended up cracking. So I did hit them up. They were going to send me another one, but I think I'm just going to either go the stock route, or I have been talking to AFE about you probably using all of their pipes. They don't use any plastic, it's all aluminum, so that shouldn't happen, which is really nice because this engine bay does get quite hot because it is turbocharged. So any turbo motor, you guys know, it gets really toasty up in there. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But for now, she's running good, so I'm not messing with it too much. I just gotta get the liners to get that cleaned up. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna close it all up, put some soap in this thing, give her a nice wash, and then I'll just give you one more shot of it clean, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about the portals, and then talk to you a little bit more about the Gladiator and where that's gonna go. So stick around, man. I'll get to you guys here shortly. But there it is, man. You guys seen how it foamed up? Obviously it's gonna wash off pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish washing it. You guys don't need to watch that, and then we'll get right back, and then we'll do the mirror install, give you guys a walk around, and talk about portals and a Gladiator. All right, team, just finished drying it up, and man, she looks good. The color does pop when it's clean. It did have a light coat of dust, but now you can see the soap did its job. I mean, I don't know how wrap works, if it gets spots or not, but the soap didn't dry up anywhere. It was easy to work with. I wish it just foamed up more, but it could be my gun. I honestly don't really know much about that whole foam setup, but I did exactly what the instructions said, and you guys saw what came out of it. But the truck is clean. Again, no water spots anywhere. But yeah, now I'm gonna do some detailing, put the ceramic coat on, and then we'll do the mirrors. The mirrors are supposed to, again, help you, A, with visibility, and B, with the glare. So we're gonna take these bad boys off, put the Suma Performance mirrors on, and then I'll give you guys some more feedback, you know, later on, some other time. But that's what I'm gonna do now, is I'm gonna ceramic coat it, and then we'll come back and close out the video. Alrighty, squad, so the truck is all cleaned up, ceramic coated up, and yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. If you guys are car wash nerds, you guys know much more than I did. I took my time making sure I use an applicator pad. The applicator pads from O'Reilly's, by the way, suck ass. They were, I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to wash them first, but they were real fuzzy. Kept leaving fuzzies everywhere, so I had to go back and wipe it down with another microfiber cloth that was a lot better. It was the ones that the ones I bought from Harbor Freight. They were a lot nicer, but the truck looks sharp. Nothing, no spots or anything anywhere, so looks like the products work like they were supposed to. Again, not a super fan. Again, I'm not a huge proponent of washing my trucks and like really detailing them to the T, but it looks good to me. She looks clean. So that's a wrap for the Sumo products. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the portals. So obviously you guys knew that we had a portal series. I'm just going to kind of pan around the truck as I talk, but as you guys know, I started a portal series, and we had pretty much one of each set, and there was a little bit of a Instagram social media discussion, I guess you can call it, and after one of our trips, we actually ended up losing one of the two doors. The two door that was on 74 welds, she took a nap, rolled over, and yeah, we lost it. So with that being said, that does suck when it comes to continuing to film the series. And as of right now, off-roading, they're absolutely awesome. They help with everything, especially on the two door, because I have the Werewolf ones. I don't know if it acts the same with the 74 welds. We didn't get to drive it enough to really find out, but the heavier weight up front definitely helps it stay more planted. With the triangulated kit on this, it's really balanced. It feels really good. The gearing helps a ton. Getting great gas mileage with them, especially with the big tires. I think I'm at like 17.6 miles per gallon right now. You know, considering what it is, she performs really well and acts right. Now, are we still going to be doing more testing? Absolutely. We are not done. I would say give me this next coming trip and I'll be able to really break it down, especially because we did wheel it last year without portals to the same area. So I'll be able to give you guys more feedback. The leaking did stop. Rob from Werewolf did send me all the stuff that I needed. There was a couple seals that were bad when I received them, so we replaced those, did a couple things. The good thing is that when you guys do get a set, if you do purchase it from Werewolf, you guys will have the updated version, so you get new seals, you'll get the new caps. Everything that I went through will be figured out, so that way you guys don't have to worry about it. The gearing reduction, I haven't had any problems with them other than having to, you know, again, service them because of the leaking issues. But now that that's a wrap, yeah, I'm happy with them so far, and the truck looks amazing. It fits good with the fenders too. Another thing too, I got asked quite a bit was, how did the fenders do when you got them? I know that the 2-door ones were discontinued from Funhaver and RTR. You know, I was able to locate a set and then install it. The installation process honestly wasn't too bad. Johnny Dang and myself, we shaved it down, sanded it, did a couple cuts here and there to make it fit. We did have to work a couple of the sides. It's funny because on one side, the front one were easy, and then the opposite side, we battled it the whole time. And then the back side went in easy, and then we battled it the whole time on the opposite side. With fiberglass, it's expected to have to mold it a little bit, making sure it fits. One big location that we did have an issue with was right here. The reservoir did hit, so we had to shave it down and move it. But other than that, it actually fit really nice. You know, is it perfect? No, because it's still fiberglass, so we have a little bit more of a gap than stock right there and on the other side. I have no complaints. It looks great on the 2-door and with portals and the width. You know, and this is no spacers, no nothing. This is the way it stands. It looks really good. And yeah, I mean, there are fiberglass, so you obviously I'm wide now. I have to be careful where I go and how I do it, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. The gearing reduction is awesome, and then having the angles just basically perfect. I do plan on lowering it maybe another 1/2 inch, and I have been talking to Radflow about figuring out a better suspension setup, because right now I am fully out, so that way I could drop it as much as I can, because the portals themselves give you a 5.5 inch lift, and I was only able to adjust about 3, so I basically have them sitting on bump stops right now. When it comes to the desert, I won't be able to mob super hard, or else it's not going to feel that great, which I thought it was going to be worse. But in Sand Hollow, I did kind of do it just to see what it would feel like, and it wasn't too bad, but it still needs to be adjusted. I think if I lower it just a little bit more and fill in those gaps, it'll look a lot nicer. And I already ordered fender liners. We're just figuring out how we're going to get them for the front. The back's just going to get painted, and that should fit okay. I still have lights coming from Vision X, and then some rock lights that I am going to be getting. So it'll have pods up here, rock lights down here, and probably some sort of chase situation in the back. But other than that, the Bronco itself will be pretty clean. It'll stay like this. I am going to put the trail rack system back up top, so I can carry the stuff that I need to on the trip, and we'll see how much it affects it now that it's a little bit taller. Last year when we went, the truck was relatively low. It was only on 35, so I didn't really feel it too much, but now it's a lot taller, and you know, the center of gravity is definitely different. Other than that, I mean, the Bronco is and has been great. A little bit of the bugs, normal Ford issues with the updates on the radio and things like that. I had an anti-gravity almost blow up in the truck, but other than that, the truck's been great. The Gladiator did crap out on us. The last runs we did was Mojave, and then we went to Big Bear. I did wheel it in Big Bear. I was filming it slightly on the way back from Mojave, and just lost power. Compression felt a little weird, but I was able to get all the way home from Mojave, drive it up the mountain, wheel it a couple days, and then drive it back down. So I don't know if I've made more damage, which is a possibility, but it is a 3.6. It is something that happens quite frequently with when it comes to cams, when it comes to lifters. Pentas are pretty notorious for throwing a cam, throwing a lifter, or something of that nature. So I've been trying to find a mechanic that will actually open it up and take a look at it. I haven't had any luck. We've sent it to 3 or 4 different guys, and either they won't touch it because of the magnesin, or they just kind of give me the runaround. Plan is, if it is pretty much gone and I have to rebuild it, it's very hard to get parts right now because they're out of stock. So what we either have to do is buy a long block, which is about $3,500 to $4,000, or actually swap it. So I am considering putting an LS in it because it's more reliable, it's easier to get, and I don't have to worry about the problems of trying to find parts for it anymore. Picking up an LS, a 6.0, be kind of the best bet. And yeah, we'll go LS, go standalone, just rip out all the wires, and then not have to worry about anything else. It is going to be a pricey thing, so it's not going to happen instantly overnight. I will have to figure that whole monster out, axles, swap, the whole 9 yards, just so I can have that Gladiator be trusty and true again. It was a workhorse for the last about 3.5 years, 4 years almost, and it was a great truck, man. I never had any problems with it. The Magnuson had about 35,000 miles. Could that have led to getting me to that location faster? Possibly, who knows? Can't really put it on the blower, especially because it has its own cooling and everything. I think it's just a pencil start thing, and it got me next, you know? Sorry guys, my camera died out there. But yeah, man, in conclusion, my Jeep's kind of dead. Bronco's looking good. Bug is almost finished. So we're gonna come bringing you content, man. We really don't have any trails locked in till basically we get to Rubicon Fordyce, but I'm sure we're gonna pop something in there just to make sure that she's dialed in and everything is fine. So we'll probably do something like dish pan, Cleghorn in reverse, just to kind of flex her out, make sure everything is situated with the suspension and all of that. We are supposed to be going out to Radflow to rethink these coilovers, maybe an upgrade, who knows. But we're gonna go talk to Glenn and the boys over there and go do some science on the suspension and see what's up. And shout out to Talon, everybody that had a piece in it, because it's huge, man. It looks so sick, and it's undeniable on the road now, so it's pretty dope, man. I'm super happy with the way it turned out, and I think everybody else that's seen it is really happy with it too. So hopefully you guys also like it, and you know, hopefully we wheel with you soon and you guys get to see it in person. But we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions about the portals, have any questions about the Gladiator, have any questions about the Bug, hit me up. If you guys know somebody in the IE that knows carburetors, VWs, hit me up. I'm trying to get that thing situated correctly so that way we can go mob and get you guys some jumping videos of that VW. So we put a lot of working hours and time into that, and it's time, man. We need some hot shit to come out. But that's it, man. We're gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon. Excuse all the cars and noises, but that's real life. That's part of where I'm at. And yeah, hit me up if you guys have any questions. Appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.